Hi, I'm Fred Ledbetter from World Wi-Fi. I'm here with our team to talk about the project and how we're going to deliver free Wi-Fi around the world. It's considered to kind of lead into this. It's considered a basic human right to have internet access, or at least the UN says it is. In their Human Rights Council, they condemn countries that try to filter it, try to block it. Whether countries comply with that is a different story, but it's been established that way. Across the world, though, there's 7.6 billion people or so, and about half of those people don't have access to the internet. Sometimes it's infrastructure, a lot of times it's cost. If you look at a 10 megabit connection around the world, it goes from $3 to $200, depending what country you're in. That's very expensive. And then if you look at the poverty level, there's 10% of the world living on $1.90 a day or less. So those people definitely want some free access. For all of us who have some money, we still, every time I go somewhere, I look for a Wi-Fi hotspot, a free Wi-Fi hotspot, because I have data roaming plans, and sometimes they're expensive. If you roam into Europe, for example, on a data roaming plan, you can end up paying a lot of money transferring presentations, things like that. So this is typically, you go into a city and you start looking around for a Wi-Fi access point, and there's literally hundreds. You walk down the street, there's hundreds, but they're always almost 100% of the time locked, and so you can't access them. Or you go to your hotel, like I'm in one of the Marriotts, and their rate is $14.95 a day. That's not a good deal. It's very difficult. What we want to do is to provide this free Wi-Fi access using 3 different players in the process. First of all, we have a home router owner over here. They go to our platform, they download an app, they basically install a guest network onto their router. At the same time and at different times, we have an advertiser. We have an ad service that the advertisers are developing campaigns and putting together targeting, and so that's waiting. Our guest user walks down the street doing the same thing that I just did, and they find a world Wi-Fi hotspot. They want to log in, so they try to do that. We have them log in through Facebook or with their email address. Some publicly available data is sent back to the advertiser, the advertising service, to match the two to see if this is a good target for the ads. If it is, the ad goes there. The user, as they're logging in, has to watch a 10 to 15 second ad to get free access. They can have that access as long as the home router owner wants. They're in charge, the owner is in charge of setting sessions, bandwidth, all of those normal things. Once the user is on, then the statistics about that view are sent back to the advertising service, and then the router owner gets paid for that view. So the router owner receives the tokens from the view of this guest user. The market for this is huge, and it's been growing and growing and growing. In 2017, there were approximately 250 million private hotspots. By 2018, the end of 2018, there'll be 328, give or take, but that's a lot, that's a big market. The way that we monetize this is through advertising. The market is $547 billion for world advertising, and the internet is quickly approaching half of that. And where the internet advertising market keeps growing because there's more and more traffic and more connections, things like print media and TV are sort of stagnant. They're not growing at all. So this is a really good advertising market to be addressing. We're not exactly a startup. We have two companies that we're building on. First, Radius Wi-Fi, that has about 14,000 access points across Russia. And we have an ad server company, Adrenta, which the two have worked in combination for about 8 years. With Adrenta, in most of the Wi-Fi advertising like this, we have conversion rates of 2 to 6% just on these landing point type things. There's 100 employees. We're in 80 cities across Russia, and we're profitable. This is good. So we're building World Wi-Fi on top of the skills that we already have, managing many massive amounts of Wi-Fi hotspots. The one thing to remember, though, is these Wi-Fi hotspots are generally owned by the company. So I was with a telecom company, internet company in Moscow in 2009. We deployed a network of about 13,000 meshed Wi-Fi spots. The problem with that is CapEx for every single one of them. OpEx for communications. You have this thing in telecom called truck rolls. You have a lot of maintenance problems, and if you have 13,000 like that, you have a lot of truck rolls. You have people, you're paying a lot of money to go out and fix it. With World Wi-Fi, these access points are owned by the homeowner, so if there's a problem, they're going to experience it themselves and fix it themselves. This is a high-level view of our kind of structure. First, I want to emphasize all of this is on our white paper, very easy to get to. In fact, if you stop by our stand, we have business cards and we have this code on the back you can scan, you go straight to the website, you can look at the white paper, and that incidentally is also an additional bonus. We have a referral program because we want the community to build it down this way so a person can get their invite and then refer others and you build the network. And really an important point to note here is it's P2P, advertisers and router owners directly. So everybody wins. The network owners make some money on their asset, the users get free access, advertisers get cheaper, highly targeted advertising. So just about the last slide, we started pre-sales in December. We're doing our ICO in March. I'm really encourage you to look at the white paper, look at our website. We have a very experienced team, and actually Jan is here, right back here, and also at our stand, so you should talk to him. He's one of the brainchilds behind the system. So, it's a big network, it's collaborative. Our objective is to have 20 million routers on World Wi-Fi in 3 years. And we think we can scale up and deliver that quickly. So,
thank you very much. So, any questions from the audience?
Yeah, question. So I'm always interested in what it takes to actually participate in something like this, you know, as a sort of user. So you mentioned that somebody who owns a router will be able to install something on that router. So what is it something? Who is supporting it? Is it you? Is it somebody else? What does it take for me to start making money off of this scheme as somebody who just owns a router?
Right. I'll try to answer that very quickly. The routers, the homeowner basically goes to our website, downloads an application that works on the router to make two access points. So you have two physically separate access points, a guest user access point and your own. They can't see each other, they can't talk to each other, but the owner can manage the user for sessions. Now, there's two ways for you to make money. One is a referral, and that is to get other people to do the same thing, because then you get a piece of their advertising, it's direct advertising income for you as the owner. So at this level and this level.
That was the last question. Thank you
Good.
very much.
Thank you.
Disrupting